Hey, kids. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Glad you're here, safe and sound. There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love, and this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot hide. Love is strong, it only gives a joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot flee. Fear of dread, we stop existing and start living. Then it, people dying. If you care enough for the living, there's a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place. Sing with me if you know this. For you and for me and the entire human race, there are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me.
Good morning. I'm Reverend John Riley. I have the joy of serving as your senior minister, and I'd like to welcome you to Unity Palo Alto and our Sunday service. Welcome, welcome. If you're new to Unity, what we want you to know is that Unity is a global spiritual movement. We teach positive, practical spiritual principles that you can apply in your life every day to help you live a more joyful and abundant life. We are welcoming and inclusive, and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, know that you are welcome here. Thank you so much for being a part of our Sunday experience here in person, live on the live stream, and during the week. Know that wherever you are in this very moment, you're in the right place at the right time right now, because wherever you are, God is. Yes? We are so blessed and grateful to have with us Lisa Whitfield as our platform leader. Mike and Felix are running the show in the booth. The elite Russell Norman is on piano today. And our magnificent music director, Deborah Winters, is our soloist. So I invite you all to stand as Deborah leads us in our opening songs.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of every sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Here we go. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every sunrise. God, you moon glow, every moon glow, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I do, everything I see, here we go. Everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Good work, you guys. That was great. Blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. Let's do that one more time. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world.
Woo! You're awake out there, right? Okay. Good morning, Unity Palo Alto. I am Lisa Whitfield, up here on the platform today with you all, getting ready to tell you about our 5 Unity core principles. As the Rev said, we're on a journey with people all over the planet, and we have a map. You can find the map in the pew in front of you, and you could take it home with you on the welcome card. Our first principle is God is. There is only one power and one presence active in the universe and in our lives, God, the good omnipotence. Doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it God, you can call it source, you can call it the universe. When I first came to Unity, I thought, I'm not really sure what I believe about God. I don't know. That's not why I came to Unity. I was not seeking God to come to Unity. I just thought this is an awesome community and I want to be part of it. And then I started learning about this principle, and my mind expanded. Like, wow, that's what God can be? Yeah. And then our second principle is I am. This is also mind-blowing if you think about it. God is the substance and intelligence innate in every person and in all creation. So for me, those 2 principles, God is and I'm not separate from it, I'm home, baby. This is my spiritual home because of those 2 principles. Our third principle is the law of mind action. Thoughts and mind produce after their kind, which means the thoughts that we have, the stories that we tell, the beliefs that we may or may not be aware of are affecting our experience, right? And we can change that. We have control over that if we're aware of it. Something that can help you become aware of it is our 4th principle, which is meditation and affirmative prayer. Meditation and affirmative prayer are what connect us with the creative, constructive power of God to live in us, through us, and as us. And the fifth principle, you got to practice it, baby. It's not just on Sundays, it's every day, right? That's how you build that spiritual muscle. So as we practice these principles every day, that is how we express more of the divine within us, and life gets better. Yeah? Okay, so if we do all of these things, they help us to live out our vision statement here at Unity, and I would like you to affirm that with me together. Centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is.
Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? There is more that I am to learn from thee. Will your heart and soul say yes? Now will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? And if I told you what I really need, will your heart and soul say yes? Now will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes?
Yeah. Beautiful. And now our reading from the Daily Word. Today's Daily Word is world peace. I will read the affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me. My loving thoughts, words, and actions contribute to world peace. Together, my loving thoughts, words, and actions contribute to world peace. Divine love is my very essence. I draw from this inner source to lay a foundation of love in my heart. And on this foundation, I build a house of peace, compassion, and acceptance. I invite others into this house through my kind words and actions. I live in an awareness that all people are divine. All deserve respect and a channel to express their true selves. I view the people of the world as my neighbors. We may look, talk, or believe differently, but it is this diversity that fills the world with beauty. I radiate divine love to all and gratefully receive the love that returns to me. This exchange is the basis of lasting peace. Together, one word, one smile, one act of compassion at a time, we build a peaceful world. This is from Romans chapter 12, verse 18. If it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. And so it is.
Life has taught me this. Every day is new. And if anything is true, all that matters when we're through is how we love. Grateful for each day, thankful to the ones who've guided us along the way. All that matters to the heart is how we love. How we love. How we love. From the smallest act of kindness, in a word, a smile, a touch. Time will surely pass with those we can't forget, yet our dreams still come again. And all that matters in the end is how we love. Yes, how we love. How we love. I will not forget your kindness when I needed it so much. Sometimes we forget, trying to be so strong. In this world we all belong, and all that matters when we're gone, all that matters all along, all we have that carries on is how we love.
Well, Charlie, after the service, you may be. Good morning, Unity. Good morning, Unity. Good morning, Unity. What a joy it is to see you here today. It's so nice to be back on the platform with y'all. Today we're starting a 4-week series on the 7 keys to spiritual abundance. This may be a thing today, so get used to it. The 7 keys to spiritual abundance. Now, when I say the word abundance, I know many of us think about things like more money, more time, more energy, more opportunities, more breathing room, and I'd like it by Tuesday, thank you very much. And in general, I'm generally in favor of those things. Are you? Yeah, those aren't bad. But if abundance only means having more, then abundance is always just out of reach. Because the human mind can always imagine something more. Spiritual abundance is a deeper understanding. It's a deeper than having more. It is knowing that source, the source of our good. It's knowing the source of our good as God, the one presence, the one power, the one experience of life, and learning how to live through that and in that flow. So in this series, I'm not going to talk just about getting more. Really, I'm going to talk about becoming more aware of source, of flow, of the presence of good that is already in your life, active and flowing. We'll be talking more about becoming a greater expression of that good, that energy, that love that Deborah sang about how we will show up and how we will allow and let that love flow through us. And it begins by committing to being a greater expression. It begins by committing to becoming a greater expression of the flow of energy, the flow of divine love, the flow of divine life. Now, ego abundance, see if anybody recognizes this. Ego abundance will say, how much do I have? That's what our ego says to us. But spiritual abundance says, how am I connected to source? Ego abundance says, I am abundant when I have enough. But spiritual abundance says, I am abundant because I live and move and have my being in the one presence and the one power, God, the good omnipotence. That presence that is always available and active and living and moving in, through, and have us, in which we have and live and experience life. It's always there and always flowing. Spiritual abundance says, I am abundance because of that, the inexhaustible source of my good. Now, one of the most powerful lessons on abundance that I've heard, and it's really the expression of true prosperity and how we bring that abundance into our life, is from the master teacher Jesus, as told in Luke chapter 12, verses 22 through 34. I'm going to paraphrase it and talk a little bit about it, but Jesus says this: do not worry about life. Don't worry about what you will eat, about your body, or what you will wear. For life is more than food, more than the body, and more than clothing. Now, it doesn't mean that food and clothing don't matter and aren't important. Everyone wants food and clothing, yes? At least here in the Bay Area, we want clothing. I don't know. Everyone, it's not, and the master teacher is not asking us to pretend that those needs don't exist, that those needs aren't real, but rather, he's asking us to not make our needs and our desires the object of our attention, the focus of our life. Because that's what happens with us when we get so focused on the things that we're wearing, the things that we're eating, the things that are happening next day. We start worrying about all of the things that may come. What's that worrying called? Pre-suffering? We're about pre-suffering about all of the things that are going to happen later today. We're so focused on the material aspects of life that we forget to focus on life itself, on that breath of life that's breathing you, on that energy and flow that's always flowing within you, and to become part of that. Jesus talks about the ravens and the lilies, and the ravens will be fed, and the lilies will grow in their own beautiful, unique way. He's saying creation is not standing outside of the flow of life, trying to earn its place in the universe. All of creation is not standing outside of this flow of life, trying to earn its place in the universe. It's already in the flow, yes? And Jesus is inviting us to see that we are all part of that divine flow of life. We're all part of that energy. So let go of our pre-suffering. Let go of our control and strength and just be in that flow, in the essence of life. Spiritual abundance is not forcing life. It is aligning with life. When we are in the flow, we do not have to force what Spirit is already moving within us. We just simply need to be in it. When we're in the flow, we recognize that healing, harmonizing energy is already moving through us. There's nothing we need to do to earn it. It's there and present. We are in the flow. We don't have to force what Spirit is already moving. There's deep wisdom in the Taoist culture that says, those who flow with life do not need to force life. And when we're not flowing with life, what are we trying to do? We're forcing life. We're forcing other people. We're forcing our experiences. Instead, go back to the center of our being. Go back to that energy, that presence within, and flow from life. It's a beautiful way to understand the idea of abundance, of true abundance. We're not trying to wrestle a blessing out of the universe. We're learning how to live in cooperation with the blessings that are already moving. When we are in fear, we tend to force. We tend to push. We tend to clutch and control. We hold on tighter and tighter. But abundance is not a stagnant pond. Abundance is not a fixed thing. Abundance is a living stream and a flow of energy. And all of that energy is constantly flowing. And if you're trying to hold on to that stream as it's flowing down the river, how hard is that? Anybody? Anybody able to do that? You might be able to cup your hand a little bit and get a piece of it, but it's always flowing and always moving. Ideas flow. Money flows. Love flows. Encouragement flows. Creativity flows, and blessings flow. It's not a stagnant thing. It's not a fixed object. It's something, it's an energy that's always moving. It's a spiritual energy that's always moving in, through, and as us. Abundance is not things in a pile. Abundance is not a pile of gold, my water bottle, and my darling Kleenex, which I will be taking home with me. Abundance is not a pile of things. Abundance is the flow of energy, the flow of these things, the flow as they move in, through, and as us. A pile is something we want to protect. Nobody touch my Kleenex. Got my eye on you, Whitfield. Flow is something that we participate in. Yes? So it's not how much can I hold. The real question is, how much good can I move through me, in me, as me? How much of that good and that energy can I express into the world? Can I allow into, through, and as me? We're in the flow when we do not have to force what Spirit is already moving. And so don't worry. That's what the Master Teacher is telling us. Don't worry about all of these things. Be present. Be in that flow of life. Those crystallized stories, those fixed habits, put us in a box. And we can live inside of that box even if we don't realize it. The box is made of our routines that we never question, our thoughts that we keep repeating, our fears that we keep obeying, and the stories that we keep telling ourselves. It's like we're running around in circles in this little box, and those stories are the writings on the wall. And every time we come back around, there's the story again. Anybody experience that? Or know somebody who's experienced that? Yeah, we're stuck in this box. We get up and we do the same things. We think the same thoughts. We react the same ways. And after a while, the walls start to feel like reality. Start to feel like this is our life. And then we're stuck in there. And here's the tricky part. There can be a lot of movement inside the box. We can be very busy. We can be very productive. We can get exhausted. But that movement isn't the same as flow. When we're moving around in that circle, you can walk in circles inside a locked room and call it activity, but it's not true freedom. So Jesus asks of us, who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life? Worry is an activity without flow. Faith is movement aligned with source. Worry puts us in a locked box. Seeking the kingdom within unlocks the door. And so here's our first key to unlock our door. Our first key is commitment. Everyone take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. That word commitment may have reacted within you, may have sparked something within you. Just take a nice, deep breath. Abundance begins with a sacred yes. Before life can multiply, can manifest, can be expressed through you fully, we must commit ourselves to participating in the flow of life. Not as spectators, not as victims of circumstance, but not of people waiting for the outer world to tell us that we're okay, that we're good enough, that we're safe. The first key is commitment, because commitment changes our relationship with life. Think about this. Think about the moment where you've ever said, I'm in. Hey, John, do you want to join us on this exciting adventure? I'm in. Have you ever had that I'm in experience? Yes. That's spiritual commitment. I'm in. And when you say I'm in, that changes and shifts something within you. We begin to stand in our spiritual power. We begin to take ownership of our own consciousness, of our thoughts, of our words and our actions. When we say I'm in, it's a realization of abundance. It's not just something that we're trying to get from life, but rather it's something Spirit is seeking to express through us, as us. Now, commitment is not pressure, it's alignment. Commitment is a deep alignment with that spiritual principle. And it is the moment we stop being spectators of our spiritual life and we start becoming participants in it. So here's the big question for you. How are you participating in life today? Just take a moment to let that sink in and think about the ways in which you are participating in life. No blame, no shame, no guilt, or BSG as we like to call it here. We don't cook with BSG. If abundance is this flow, the most powerful questions that we can ask are, how am I receiving and how am I adding to life? Notice I didn't say what. I didn't say what am I receiving, because that puts our attention on the object, yes? That puts our attention on the thing out there and gives the thing value. But rather, how am I receiving from life? Am I receiving with gratitude? Am I receiving with joy? Am I receiving with openness, curiosity? Am I receiving with a sense of inner balance? So whatever it is that life is giving to me, I can look at it more objectively. How am I receiving? And then how am I adding to life? How am I adding? How do I want to show up? What is mine to be? How am I going to be in this world? How am I adding to my home, my church, my relationships? How am I adding to the atmosphere around me? We are always, always, always adding to life. The question is, how are you adding, and what values are you bringing to it? Are you adding fear and complaint? Are you adding contraction, lack, and limitation? Are you adding a sense of anger and frustration? Or are you adding faith, generosity, beauty? What else? Joy, love, peace, humor, music, kindness, patience, beauty, generosity, fun. Hey, not that much fun over there. Possibility. This is not about guilt. This is about expressing your spiritual power. Every day we're making a contribution to the atmosphere in life. Every day we're bringing an energy and something of value to life. How are you giving to the world today? What energy are you bringing to the world today? How will you love today? How will you express that divine energy of love, the healing, harmonizing, prospering energy of spirit that is already moving in, through, and as you in this very moment? The spiritual question is whether we are contributing from fear or from faith. And now that we know that, we get to choose. We get to see and notice when I am acting out of fear, fear that's generated from the stories that are written on the wall in my box. That I'm reacting from anger and resentment from the stories that I wrote down on my last circle around. Or faith. Faith from being able to know that we are one with that allness, that one presence and one power, that expression and experience of love and patience and kindness and virtue. So in these next 3 weeks, I'm going to be bringing you the next 6 keys. But the first key is commitment. And here's our spiritual practice. Here's our secret sauce of unity. It's an opportunity for you very gently every day to commit. When you wake up in the morning, commit. What good are you willing to add to life today? Choose one concrete way to express your good each day, through the day, throughout the whole day. And notice when you're expressing that. Notice when you're expressing encouragement, patience, generosity, beauty, forgiveness, service, prayer, gratitude. Notice when you're adding financial support to where you're spiritually fed. Notice when you're adding your full presence to someone who needs it. Notice when you're giving of your time and your talent. Notice when you're lifting someone up. Notice when you're just simply listening and being present to someone. And notice that that is your gift, that how you're giving to the world in that moment. How will you add your full presence to the world today? Then at the end of the day, part 2. The second question is, where did I notice abundance today? Where did I notice it? You maybe start off with things that you received, the things, but then shift to, how did I receive? How did I experience abundance? How did I take this love in that's always flowing? Because the challenge is, we are so good at seeing all the stuff in life that we don't like. Yes? You know what I mean by stuff in life that we don't like, right? Was that clear enough? I want to make sure I'm using spiritual terms here. When we see all the stuff in life, the shaving cream, the sugar honey ice, okay, anyway. Going down a bad path here. Get back on track, Riley. Where was I? Yeah. How am I noticing the abundance in life? We are so good at noticing when things are going wrong. Can we notice when things are going right? Can we celebrate that? Can we add that to a list? Can we say, all right, things are going right. Where did I notice abundance today? And where did I participate in the flow today? And how did I participate in the flow today? This is what commitment is. Commitment is really understanding who we are in relationship to this divine presence. Commitment is saying, I'm here, I'm in, I'm showing up for life. I'm showing up for, you might call it God. I'm showing up for the allness. I'm showing up for the flow. I'm showing up for love. I'm showing up for my family. I'm showing up for my friends. I'm showing up so that I can be present. Abundance is not wanting something outside of us. It's deciding whether we're worthy based on that. Why do you think people continue to hoard and collect and get? Because they have no sense of abundance in it. The mind will always think of, there's more. The ego will always think, there's more, and I'm not good enough until I have it. Abundance is the nature of God. Abundance is the movement of life. It is the flow of spirit seeking expression in, through, and as you. As we sang earlier, you are the hands, you are the heart, you are the voice of spirit on earth. You are here to allow that flow, to say yes. Are you in? Yes. To say yes to life, to say yes to spirit, to say yes to your own growth, to say yes to the good that wants to move in, through, and as you, to say yes to being not just a receiver of blessings, but a giver of blessings. Yes? Yes. Let's move to our affirmation, Felix. I'm going to read our affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me with that same energy of I'm in. I live in an abundant universe. Let's just do it as a call and response. We'll do one line at a time. I live in an abundant universe. God is the source of my good. I say yes to the flow of life. I give generously from the abundance of spirit within me. I am blessed and I am a blessing. And so it is. Everyone take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. It feels nicer when it's something positive than when it's something negative, isn't it? The world was not merely given to you. You were given to the world. And when you give yourself fully to life, life has a way of giving itself back to you tenfold. Let's take this into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. I invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath, to close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever feels comfortable and is safe for you in this moment. And as we begin to turn away and turn within, as we begin to disconnect to the things in life, to the worry, letting go of the doubt, simply being present to that flow of love within. Breathing in, we can feel the energy of love well up within us. And breathing out, we express that divine energy of love as kindness, compassion, forgiveness, joy, blessing. We breathe in the energy of divine love. As Spirit lives, moves, and has its expression through every thought, through every cell in our body, through every action. We seek first this harmony, this joy within. And we breathe into this joy in the stillness of the silence. With each breath, I feel the harmonizing energy of Spirit. It fills me up. Every cell in my body knows its perfect work, expressing health and wholeness in this moment. With each breath, I awaken and realize I live in an abundant universe. I am one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. And I say yes to the flow of life. I am blessed. I am a blessing to the world. We send this energy of love, the harmonizing, healing, prospering energy of Spirit out into the world We surround each other in this loving energy. We expand and surround our friends and family with this bright light, awakening them to the divine presence within. We send this loving energy out into the world as we bless all of humanity, for we are a blessing in the world. We send this light, love, and energy to our prayers that have come in. And if there's somebody who you hold in prayer, I invite you to bring their name into your heart or say their name out loud as we affirm divine love is doing its perfect work in this very moment. For all of the prayers that we have held in our hearts and all of the loving energy that we are flowing, we are divinely, richly, joyfully blessed. And in that blessing, we are grateful. Grateful for this present moment, grateful for one another, grateful for this amazing experience of love. Let us celebrate that gratitude by singing the Alleluia.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
And with a nice, deep cleansing breath, we return our attention to this time and to this space and feel that loving energy, that field of health and wholeness and vibrancy and zeal and enthusiasm, kindness and compassion and enchiladas. As we celebrate this love together. Unity Palo Alto is here. We're here as a spiritual community to support one another in this amazing experience of life, to support one another and inspire each other to spiritually transform our lives and to make a positive difference in the world. And we are here because of your generous donations. We are a self-sustaining spiritual center. We give generously to safety net organizations, to the Unity movement, and we are here to make a positive difference in the world. And we're so grateful for you. If you'd like to make a donation, there's many ways in which you can support our community. There is a silver box in the front and in the back of the sanctuary that says Love Offering. You can make a donation there. You can make a donation online. But however you give with love. For it's the manner in which we give to the world that we receive from the world. Yes? And when we give to the world, we are a blessing and we are blessed. And so it is. And our affirmation is on the screen, and I'd like to invite you to affirm it with me. Together, divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver, of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I am called to be everything I am called to be. Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are the one in me. We are called to be. You are called to be a mother, to nurture family. You are called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You are called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet. You are called to be a leader and build community. You are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. You are called to be everything. You are called to be. Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see. All the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. We are called to be the kindness, set the brokenhearted free. We are called to be forgiveness where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be that prayer, living out the truth we seek. We are called to be everything. We are called to be. Here we go. Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see. That shines in all the beauty that lives in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. Yes, we are called to be. Be the light, be the peace, be the joy, be the love. Called to be free, called to be forgiveness. We are called to be.
Woo! A band, ladies and gentlemen. Was that a great talk by our Rev. John Riley? We need a little reminder to let it flow, don't we? Are you feeling in? Are you all in? Are you all in on standing up and blessing each other? Let's do it. Get the hands ready. Let's pass some of that love. Let's make it flow across the aisle. The blessing that we say is on the screen. Together. I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I behold the light in you. You may be seated, if you can stand to sit down. Okay. As you know, there's so many enchiladas. There's so many activities going on, starting with right out in the courtyard. They're setting up for lunch with friends. You notice our buddy Paul is not here in the congregation. You know why? Because he's cooking his little patootie off in the kitchen over there, okay? We're having a lunch with friends. This is a great way to get to know each other, to have some great food, to just have some community. Right outside, everybody join us right after the service. And thank you to Paul and all the hospitality staff that are helping with this great event for today. On Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m., Margot Leduc is leading another singing collective. Did anybody go to that last time? This is your chance, Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Here's the deal. You don't need to know how to sing. If you're one of those people who sings in the car, if you sing in the shower, if you sing at Unity, if you mouth the words at Unity because you're afraid to sing at Unity, this is for you. Everybody's welcome. Come to the singing collective that's going to be led by Margot. It's going to be in the Fireside Room on Wednesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Then next Saturday, the women's group is stepping out in nature. Once again, once a month, the women's group organizes a hike. If you would like to join, find information online, get connected to them so you know where you're going. It's 10:30 to 1 on Saturday, June 13th. So that's the next women's hike. And then also brought to you by, is this a women's thing? No, it's just a general Unity thing that we're doing. If you like to sing, and again, even if you don't think you sing well, come to Sing Along Sunday. We're singing all the time here at Unity. So this is going to be in 2 weeks, right after the service from 11 to noon, right out in the courtyard. I think there's going to be little song sheets, right, Francis? Yeah. So if you don't know the words, hey, we're going to give you the words. Everybody come to our Sing Along Sunday in 2 weeks on June 14th. There are so many things going on at Unity Palo Alto. There's not time to talk about them on Sunday. So go find them on our website at unitypaloalto.org/activities. There's a whole bunch of things that are going on a regular basis through the week. We got meditation, we got yoga, we got classes, we got it all. So go to the website and find out how you can get involved. Look at this fabulous flower arrangement, people. Isn't that beautiful? Speaking of nature hikes, right? That was donated by the lovely and talented Christine Oliver in honor of Paul's birthday because he's such a great cook, right? God, I can't forget that, Paul. If you would like to donate flowers to keep this fresh flower thing going that we got here at Unity, please go sign up in the bookstore. $75 covers our costs. And there's plenty of spaces in June and July coming up for you to get in there. If there's a birthday coming up, if there's a special celebration that you want to honor somebody for, or just because, this is a really good way to do that. If you are new to Unity, or if you're back from a long absence, we would like to welcome you and say thank you. There's a connection card in the pew in front of you. If you'd fill that out, you can take it to our fabulous bookstore, which you're going to want to visit anyway. Give it to them, and they will give you a copy of the Daily Word or another Unity publication just to thank you for spending some time with us. So welcome. Do we have prayer chaplains in the house? Miss Jo Angeles, right there in the fabulous blue stole. You can, yay, yes, for Jo. You can find Jo where she is right in the sanctuary. If you are in need of someone to pray with you, if you have something you want to celebrate, if you're struggling with something, if you just want someone to be present with you and hold sacred space, Jo is here to provide that service lovingly for you. Thank you, Jo. And now I invite you to stand for the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally.
Now, our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. See you for enchiladas.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much more brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a better place, make a little space, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me.